Hello and welcome back to our another episode of this podcast. मेरे साथ है लाइफ कोच नीरज सर और आज जो हम बात करने वाले हैं वो माइंडसेट के ऊपर बात करने वाले हैं कल्टिवेटिंग ग्रोथ माइंडसेट के बारे में। तो सर स्वागत है आपका इस पॉडकास्ट में और थैंक यू सो मच अपना प्रीशियस टाइम निकालने के लिए। तो सर मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ कि डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन पे आते हैं। तो मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ व्हाट इज माइंडसेट? माइंडसेट होता क्या है जिसका हम इतना बात करते हैं, इतना हाइप बना के रखते हैं कि व्हाट इज माइंडसेट? एक इंसान का माइंडसेट ऐसा होना चाहिए, वैसा होना चाहिए।
लुक, अगर मैं माइंडसेट की बातें करूं तो देयर आर टू काइंड्स ऑफ माइंडसेट। ठीक है, एक होता है फिक्स्ड माइंडसेट और एक होता है ग्रोथ माइंडसेट। एंड व्हाई वी नीड टू हैव दीज टू काइंड्स ऑफ माइंडसेट डिस्कशन? बिकॉज we need to have one thing to compare with something.
Okay.
So if you have to talk about growth mindset, we need to also discuss about the fixed mindset.
Okay.
Then we'll be able to easily differentiate between these.
Right.
So first of all, fixed mindset क्या होता है? So fixed mindset है कि like it does not allow you to do a little bit more. When you do something and you get the result and result is negative, अगर वो result negative है तो then you start feeling कि I should not do it again, I should not have tried this, and it takes you to that negativity where you stop pushing yourself further. Instead of pushing yourself further, you start taking your step back. Okay. And you start feeling like, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Whereas growth mindset, it's just a reverse. It helps you to take your step further. How? Like भाई कि अगर कुछ गलती हो गई, if you have done something and the result is negative, which you expected, you are not getting the result. It happens in life. It happens with everyone. सबके साथ होता है कि I have expected that I should get this much marks, but I could not get it. तो अगर मैं नहीं कर पाया तो instead of thinking of negative aspects of it, I should work on myself कि क्यों नहीं हुआ, what went wrong, working on the positive sides, that what I can do best in this situation. Always take and consider your failure as the learnings. उसको learning लो and then move ahead. And still, instead of thinking on negative aspects, start converting into positive aspect that okay, I have done this, so next time I should not be doing those steps which I did earlier which resulted in the failure. So these are the learnings for me, so I will learn from my setbacks which didn't work. Now the next time I'll work with more positive mindset. So this is what growth mindset is all about.
ओके, सो जैसे कि आपने कहा कि एक फिक्स माइंडसेट का इंसान एक स्टेप बैक ले लेता है, काइंड ऑफ उसका नेगेटिव थॉट प्रोसेस हो जाता है। तो इसका ऑल्टरनेटिव कैसे अप्रोच किया जाता है? जैसा कि आपने बात किया ग्रोथ माइंडसेट के बारे में, जो कि मुझे तो लगता है कि
अल्टरनेटिव है उसी का।
राइट, उसको अप्रोच कैसे किया जा सकता है? लाइक हाउ इट कैन बी अडेप्टेड बाय द स्टूडेंट्स?
इसका adaptation at your end would be take everything in a positive way. Okay. And don't overthink much. That also should be not there. Overthinking means if it is for positive aspects, go for it. If it is for negative aspects which is not making you take further step and you're just stuck at one particular stage, that why it happened to me.
Okay.
क्यों मेरे साथ ऐसा हो, क्या हो गया, मैंने सब कुछ किया, क्यों मुझे ऐसा मिला, why I could not do it. Just for example, एक स्टूडेंट था, वो मैथ्स में फेल हो गया। ओके, वो सोचने लगा यार मैं तो मैथ्स में फेल हो गया तो मुझे मैथ्स नहीं आता, so I should stop reading maths. ओके, ठीक है, तो वो फिक्स माइंडसेट है। ग्रोथ माइंडसेट है क्या कि ठीक है मैं फेल हो गया, I may have not studied well or I may have not covered the entire other parts of that particular subject. Right. तो मुझे अब क्या करना है कि मैंने जो पिछले गलती की है मैं गलती नहीं करूंगा, आगे और अच्छे से पढ़ेंगे। तो ग्रोथ माइंडसेट opens up the door for opportunity. Right. तो अपॉर्चुनिटी आ गई तुम्हारे पास, you have to learn new stuff and going ahead, and then it gives you a good kind of mindfulness also. And I have done mistake, my learnings, my setbacks. I'll move ahead. That's what they have to practice. More thinking about the positive sides of any failure. Failures are considered as the stepping stone for success.
Correct, sir.
It's not like that you should waste your time thinking too much on your failure and all. What is done is done. You cannot go back and change some past. You have to look for your future. That's what the thing which I'm telling you right now. Right now, it is growth mindset. So
Okay.
instead of thinking for the past which has happened, just for example, it just came in my mind.
Okay.
Okay, people behave in a different situation. Okay, and their behavior depends on situation.
Right.
सोचो कि कोई बंदा तुमसे कुछ बोल दिया, ओके, एंड दैट पर्सन मे बी गोइंग थ्रू विद समथिंग, कुछ उसके दिमाग में कुछ चल रहा हो,
राइट,
ठीक है, यू डू नॉट नो, मे बी कुछ चल रहा होगा एंड द पर्सन बिकेम रियली स्ट्रेस्ड आउट, ओके, राइट, समथिंग इज गोइंग व्हिच इज डिस्टर्बिंग हिम और हर, ओके, the moment you met with the person was in that state of mind, that person was a little bit rude to you because of aggression. And aggression was the result of some other thing which he may have gone through, he or she may have gone through. Okay. And that person outbursted and became a little bit rude to you. The rude ho gaya was he shouted on you, he or she whosoever shouted on you. और वो बोल के फिर चला गया. ओके, ठीक है. तुम्हारा डे स्टार्ट हो गया एंड यू फील लाइक व्हाट इज द डे, कैसा दिन है आज यार, सुबह सुबह मेरे को किसी को सुनना पड़ेगा बिना मतलब का. Right. And throughout the day, you are still thinking about the person who told you something in the morning. And you are keeping with yourself that why that person talked. Why? What was the reason? You just not to you're not supposed to think too much on that. You have some other work to do. Change your perspective, change your mood. You have some other thing to do instead of thinking about what the person said to you and went. The person may be doing something else. Now, what are the other job that you have to do? Okay, instead of wasting your time in thinking too much and bringing up again stress in your mind, that does not work. So, growth mindset always says that you have to look for always the other side of that, the positive side of that, which should not hold you at one particular place. You have to move on. You have to just go on and do some other stuff for yourself instead of wasting time in thinking what is wrong, what went wrong. You cannot go back and do something about the past. You can always look for your future. That's it.
तो सर जैसा कि अभी आपने मेंशन किया और डिस्कस किया इस फिक्स माइंडसेट के बारे में, डिटेल में हमें बताया इसके बारे में, तो इसका ऑल्टरनेटिव क्या है, जैसा आपको लगता है, और कैसे इसको अप्रोच किया जाता है उसको ऑल्टरनेटिव को, उसके बारे में थोड़ा डिटेल में बता सकते हैं?
Yes, of course. Why not? I have already told you what could be the alternative of fixed mindset. So fixed mindset का alternative है growth mindset. मैंने भी एग्जांपल बताया कि something happened, someone told you something, you're still worrying about if someone has told you something in the morning and evening, you're still thinking. Growth mindset क्या करता है? It helps you to move and take further step. Fixed mindset क्या करता है? It holds you at that stage, right? And sometimes it brings lots of negativity, ठीक है, which does not allow you to come out from that particular side. Okay. So growth mindset will let you come out from that side. Growth mindset talks about taking things in a positive way. Something you tried, okay, you have tried your effort, or you may have had certain expectations. Both expectations are, yeah, I'll do this and do that, and then that didn't happen. Then you go into the stage of negativity. Growth mindset talks about even though something happened wrongly or something which happened was not that I was expecting. Okay, then you have to see it as a setback for your future. Like, okay, I will have learned something from this. For this, I do have one particular example to talk about. Not an example, it's a kind of theory that talks about circle of concern, circle of influence. Okay, it is the extract from the book called Seven Habits of Highly Effective People, okay, written by Stephen Covey. And I'm very much influenced by that particular book. Okay. You practice those things, and I would suggest our listener also to go ahead and read out that particular wonderful book to talk about. So he said, I'll be taking this in my own way, means my own example. Circle of concern and circle of influence. We all do face lots of issues in our life. Okay. And sometimes we increase our circle of concern. We worry on those things on which we do not have control. Okay. Instead of increasing our circle of influence, we increase our circle of I just told you that we worry on those things on which we do not have control. Just give you the example, you are still worrying what person has told you.
Right.
The person has gone, the incident is gone. And why you are changing your mood? Why you are bringing so much negativity into your mind? So instead of that, increase your circle of influence and worry on those things on which you have your own control. You cannot go back and change the attitude of others. You can't. If somebody may have misbehaved to you, maybe some other reason, you do not know what the person may be going through, okay, or not going through, why you are so worried about, okay. If the person is close to you, you will go and reach out to the person. If the person is not that much and you've tried your effort of changing the mindset, not change, okay, you can't change other mood, other attitude and all. What you can do in that difficult situation, how you can change your mood, okay, your perspective about that. That's what circle of influence is. So in our life, what we should practice that our circle of influence should be bigger instead of circle of concern. We should not worry on those things on which we do not control. Have you seen people getting worried on too much on rain? Okay, they worry, but people all of a sudden they realize that it's not in my control. Nature. Okay, but sometimes something happens wrong and then they start feeling like why? Why it happened? So that's what you have to practice it. The more you practice, it also brings out the mindfulness. You feel like, okay, I am supposed to think the positive sides of it. That relates with the growth mindset. Okay, if person is having a negative mindset or a fixed mindset, so it allows the person to move out from that particular cell and practice it. Like, okay, setbacks are there. I have learned it. I have to move ahead. So that's what.
Wow, sir, that's a really deep concept what you have told about the circle of concern and circle of influence. Till this time मुझे भी नहीं लगा था कि यार इस तरीके का भी कोई कॉन्सेप्ट होता है सर्कल ऑफ कंसर्न सर्कल ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंस बट दैट इज समथिंग विच should be noted by all of us, by our audience, by me, and every one of us. बिकॉज कंसर्न आज के टाइम में हम छोटी छोटी चीज़ों को लेकर बहुत ज़्यादा करने लगते हैं सो आई थिंक इट इज़ मच बेटर टू इंक्रीज योर सर्कल ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंस rather than increasing your circle of concern. क्योंकि जैसा कि आपने कहा बहुत सही कहा आपने कि कुछ चीज़ों का हमारा कंट्रोल नहीं होता है.
Stop worrying on those things on which you do not have control. Worry on those things on which you do have control.
Exactly, that is the thing जो हम सबको समझने की जरूरत है. Not to make effort for the things which are not in the control, but usually focus on the things which can be controlled. So that's a very good thing. तो विद दैट मैं अपने अगले सवाल पे आना चाहता हूँ कि आप थोड़ा एक और डिटेल में रियल लाइफ एग्जांपल के बारे में बता सकते हो ग्रोथ माइंडसेट के ऊपर ताकि हमारे ऑडियंस को समझ में आ सके अच्छे से.
So yeah, why not? A real life example can be very simple. Think of those two students. It can be anyone. Like they can be from any stream. So they are from the same domain, same department, and they are the first year students, first semester student, and they had midterm. First student, he failed. He or she, whosoever, he failed, and he has generated a negative mindset. That is a fixed mindset that I am not good in it. I won't be able to do it, and those negativity brings out. It's like circle, no?
Right.
So it increases your all concern. That the person went ahead, and started thinking negative, and not letting him go out from that. Okay, and then you are not able to come out. The other student, that person also failed. Okay, but that person mindset is, I failed. It was just my first term, midterm. I failed because I may have not prepared well. Okay, it doesn't mean that it's not my cup of tea. Okay, look, the person thinking growth mindset is all about this only. Something went wrong because I may have not done well. I may have not studied well. But I believe I can do. So your growth mindset also talks about challenging your setbacks.
Okay.
So you challenge your own setbacks. The next person started thinking, okay, let it be. It went bad. It's okay. I may have not done something well. That's why I failed. So what I need to do next? Still, my income is there. Still, I have time to cover. What I'll do, I'll study more. I'll take the help of my friends also, who is good at that particular subject. I'll directly reach out to the faculty and will ask him or her, sir, can you guide me? Ma'am, can you guide me on this subject? So I'll clear my all doubts. I'll be ready for the next stage. So this is the difference, and this is the perfect real life example for fixed mindset and the growth mindset.
That's really a very good example जो कि आपने हमें दिया है, because जिस तरीके से आपने डिस्कस किया इस माइंडफुलनेस के बारे में, how it helps on campus and off campus, that's a thing जो कि हम सबको सोचने की ज़रूरत है। तो सर आपका ज़रा समय ना लेते हुए मैं आखिरी क्वेश्चन पे आना चाहता हूँ कि हाउ कैन स्टूडेंट्स मेक प्रैक्टिस टू कल्टिवेट देयर ग्रोथ माइंडसेट? कैसे?
Cultivating growth mindset.
Right.
That can be done by practicing mindfulness also. Okay, learning from your setbacks is one of the aspect of growth mindset. Okay, always, like, you do not consider your failure as like, okay, you have failed and some negative things. Always take it in a positive way. Why? Because failures are the stepping stone of for success. So your all failures are supposed to be set back for your next step. That is one of the aspects that you have to do. Why mindfulness is required? But you have to always be in good mood to see the life. Okay, to face the challenges. If your mood will be again negative, you will again go back to that same doldrum of growth mindset.
Right.
And then you will not be able to come out. So that's what you have to. You have to practice mindfulness. You have to be eager to learn more. Okay, and be open to the people. Accept the way you are. Accept your failure and move ahead. So this acceptance is required. Openness is required. And be open to learn. That is also much required. So these are the few things that they need to practice for bringing growth mindset in their life, in their career.
थैंक यू सो वेरी मच सर, अपने इतने अच्छे इंसाइट्स और टिप्स हमें देने के लिए रिगार्डिंग द ग्रोथ माइंडसेट, हाउ टू कल्टिवेट इट। आई होप कि ये हमारे ऑडियंस जो सुन रहे हैं, हमें देख रहे हैं इस पॉडकास्ट को, उनको हेल्प करेगा कई तरीके से। एंड ऑन पर्सनल लेवल मुझे भी आज के सेशन से काफ़ी हेल्प मिल रहा है और आगे भी मिलेगा। एंड एट लास्ट मैं आपसे कुछ एक्सरसाइज पूछना चाहता हूँ कि और क्या एक्सरसाइज इसके अलावा करनी चाहिए ताकि हम लोग कल्टिवेट कर सके ग्रोथ माइंडसेट।
Exercise. What I should talk about exercise. One is doing meditation. Okay, if you have to practice certain through the exercise, there is no any kind of particular exercise for having growth mindset. Your mind should be completely free of any negativity. So for removing out negativity, you should have some other thing to do. Okay, you should busy yourself. Means you have to do something which should keep yourself busy, and that busyness should bring out some mindful stuff. Doing meditation, going for a walk, listening to good music just for a time being, not throughout the day. And good music, listening to the podcast, listen to our podcast also.
Definitely.
And same kind of podcasts are available everywhere. So you guys go through those podcasts. You can go for that as well. Okay, podcast, and then some kind of exercise, and take care of yourself, your health also. That is also very important. Do proper exercise. Have a good lifestyle in terms of eating eating good things, like eating good. Eating good habits. Good eating habits.
Good meals,
Good
अच्छे
eating
खाना खाएं।
habits.
जी,
So
बिल्कुल।
good eating habits should be there. No, should not be going ahead with again eating those stuffs which can hamper your health for a certain duration. So these are the four normal practices that you need to carry forward.
तो सर का कहने का मतलब यही है कि अच्छे आप हैबिट्स अपनाइए, अच्छा खाना खाइए, जस्ट बी इन अ गुड मूड। ऑलराइट, हो सके तो बिजी हो जाइए अच्छे प्रोडक्टिव काम में। दैट वुड बी डेफिनेटली हेल्प यू अ लॉट इन दिस। थैंक यू सो मच सर, आपको अपना प्रीशियस टाइम हमारे इस पॉडकास्ट में देने के लिए, और आगे भी ऐसे होपफुली नेक्स्ट पॉडकास्ट में, नेक्स्ट एपिसोड में आते रहेंगे आप और सजेशंस आप देते रहेंगे। तो दोस्तों मैं मिलता हूँ आपसे नेक्स्ट वीडियो में। तब तक के लिए अपना ख्याल रखिए, स्टे सेफ, स्टे हेल्दी। और सर के लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल को मैं लिंक अपने डिस्क्रिप्शन में डाल दूंगा। चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए अगर आपने नहीं किया अभी तक तो, और follow him on the LinkedIn because he
Thank you.
does focus on personal branding and personal approach.